Tuberculosis. Tuberculosis. World TB Day Choice March. World TB Day Choice March. Tuberculosis. What are microbacteria? What are microbacteria? Gram-positive, non-motile, non-spore forming, non-branching, aerobic acid, fast, small rod. The classical species recognized as cause of disease in human and animal. Mycobacterium tuberculosis complex. Tuberculosis mycobacteria. Mycobacterium tuberculosis, Mycobacterium bovis, Mycobacterium africanum, Mycobacterium microti, non-tuberculosis mycobacteria. Mycobacterium avium complex MAC, Mycobacterium avium, Mycobacterium intracellulari, Mycobacterium paratuberculosis, Mycobacterium lepri. Exception: tubercle bacilli, human tuberculosis, bovine bovis, marine microti, avian avian, Mycobacterium avium complex, avium and intracellular, cold-blooded marine. Lepri, human, Mycobacterium lepri, red, Mycobacterium leprimium, Mycobacterium causing skin ulcer, Mycobacterium ulcerans, belleni. Atypical Mycobacterium, Renon group, photochromogens, scotochromogens, non-photochromogens, rapid growth, Jones bacillus, Mycobacterium avium species, paratuberculosis, MAP, IS 9000 and 251F positive. Saprophytic Mycobacteria, M. Butyricum phalli, Stercoralis, Smegmatis. Other. History of tuberculosis. History of tuberculosis. White plague of the 17th and 18th century in Europe. Black plague, which was caused by Yersinia pestis. 1898 M. bovis, M. tuberculosis differentiated. Early 90s TB was leading cause by death in US. 10% of cases likely caused by M. bovis. 1917 State Federal Cooperative Bovine TB program established. Aristotle was first to say that tuberculosis is an airborne disease. In 1865, Jean Antoine Villemin put out the idea that TB was genetically inherited. In 1882, Robert Koch proved Villemin wrong by discovering the bacterium causing the disease. It is caused by Mycobacterium species. There is certain identification of individuals with born TB who died more than 400 years ago. It has been hypothesized that M. bovis was the evolutionary precursor of M. tuberculosis. The incidence of TB, North America, Asian and Western Russia, South Central Africa. There is no one dead from TB every 50 seconds. 8 million people develop TB every year worldwide. Without treatment, up to 60% people will die. Indian scenario: endemic in most part, hold about 21% of the total global TB cases. 100 Indians dying from TB per day. 1/3 of the population is suffering from TB. Maintenance host cattle, possum, ferrets, beggars, bison, elk, kudu, African buffalo, white-tailed deer, spillover host, sheep, goat, horse, pig, dog, other spillbag host. Bovine strain most pathogenic over the other three strain. Incident more in poor breed and cross breed cattle. Zebu cattle comparatively resistant to bovine tuberculosis. Tuberculosis in buffalo is not common in India. Overall, 7.4% of livestock, bovine 8%, camel 11%, sheep and goat 2%, pig 50%, wildlife 5%. Global scenario: second most common infectious cause of death, human TB, zoonotic 3 to 10% localized in high burden country, India, China, Indonesia, Nigeria, Bangladesh and Pakistan. 22 high burden country including India house for 80% of all new TB cases. In developing country, 10.5% of human cases are associated with MBOBs. Predisposing factor. Free predisposing factor. Predisposing factor. Disease of civilization or domestication herding together facilitate spread. Large herd and fattening herds of cattle are at increased risk. Age. Young animals are more susceptible than older ones. Nutrition. Lower level of selenium and higher level of copper are associated with an increased risk of confirmed bovine TB. Management. Purchase of cattle. The occurrence of bovine TB in contiguous herd and or the surrounding area. Housing. Dark, ill ventilated, damp, developing are favorable for the spread. Hardly. Jabu cattle are somewhat more resistant than exotic or crossbreed. Transmission of MBOVs. Transmission of MBOVs. Aerosol route animal to animal, animal to human, rarely, human to animal, rarely, human to human. Ingestion animal to human, urinary tract, human to animal. Animal horizontal transmission. Inhalation of aerosol, ingestion, cow, pig, cat, ferrets. Shedding of bacteria in face, milk, discharge, lesion, saliva, vaginal fluid, semen and urine. Later stage of disease. Close prolonged contact of healthy animal with infected animal. Intensive livestock farming. Extensive livestock farming, vaccinated center, AI center, dipping tank, auction, market, transportation, pond, well and stream in tropical area, gathering under shady area during hot part of the day. Salt supplementing point. Political transmission, congenital infection, rare in developed country with an effective eradication program, animal to human. Pulmonary TB due to inhalation or infected dust. Gastrointestinal TB due to injection of unpasteurized milk and dairy product. HIV people, human to animal HIV. Infected human are highly susceptible. Microscopic examination. Acid fast staining. Delay type hypersensitivity. DTH assay include single intradermal tuberculosis test, Stormont test, short thermal test, subcutaneous tuberculosis test, and ophthalmic test. New technique PCR assays such as multiplex PCR, gamma interferon, IFN gamma assay, a combination of intradermal skin test, HT and ELISA, lymphocyte proliferation assay, serum based PCR. Caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis, organism resistant to at least one TB treatment drug, isoniazid, INH, rifampin, RIF, pyrazinamide, PZA, ethambutol, EMB, streptomycin. Resistant mean drug can no longer kill the bacteria. 6-month MDR TB, 2-year RX, 3 lakh per year expense. Multi-drug resistant TB, MDR TB, DOTS pulse, intensive phase 6-9 month, kanamycin, ofloxacin, cycloserine, ethinamide, ethambutol, pyrazinamide. Continuation phase 18 month, ofloxacin, cycloserine, ethinamide, ethambutol. Good hygiene and management, sanitation at farm and good ventilation, tail-to-tail arrangement of keeping animal, proper and hygienic disposal of waste, isolation of sick and weak animals, showing market, weak weight loss, emaciation, low-grade fever, coughing and diarrhea, tuberculin test, segregation of all tuberculin positive animal, test and slaughter policy in tuberculin positive animal other than cow, test and slaughter. If the incidence is low and the resource ample, test and segregation. In the case of high incidence of infection coupled with borderline level of economic security, slaughter or abattoir surveillance, chemotherapy and vaccination. Consequently, treatment and vaccination of infected animal is not recommended. Scrofula, historically known as the king evil, is the tuberculosis cervical lymphadenitis caused by hematogenous or lymphatic dissemination of pulmonary TB or reactivation of latent TB or very rarely through primary involvement of adenoid or tonsil. Problem of tuberculosis control in India. Problems of tuberculosis control in India. No visible lesion or sign in reactors. No trace bag mechanism. No trace bag mechanism. Large unorganized continuous mixing herd. Wildlife reservoir and grazing animal in wild. Poverty, illiteracy, social cow slaughter ban rearing animal till their natural death, common housing for human and animal, human tuberculosis. Thank you.